Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you the 5 best decks for the CRL 20-win challenge. I'm showing you guys the top 5 decks because each deck I show may not be like your favorite deck to play, or like you might not be the best with it, so I'm going to be showing like the best 5, so like maybe you could like pick through the best 5 decks that like you are the best with yourself. And yeah, if you enjoy the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. The first deck I'm going to be playing with is Logbait Mighty Miner. I'm not only showing this deck because I'm biased and I'm a Logbait player, I'm also showing this because this deck is actually very strong. I mean, I've been finishing well with it every single season, and I feel like a lot of like this deck isn't as hard to play as like the other Logbait decks, but this deck is very strong because it has a lot of outplay potential, so if you do play well, then you can win like every single matchup, obviously. Unlike some decks where you're kind of like limited to the matchup, like if you get countered hard enough then you can't win. But I feel like with this deck that you can beat every matchup, and that's definitely something you want to be looking for in the 20-win challenge, is a deck that can beat every deck, because to get 20 wins or even like 17, 18, 19, like whatever your goal is, you can only lose 3 times before you can like achieve that goal or like go further or get what you want. You have 3 losses, so you want a deck that can beat anybody if you play good enough, because if you play a deck that's like reliant off of matchups and stuff like that, you won't really be able to get there, because if you get a bad matchup, you'll probably just lose and then you won't get your goal because you won't really be able to beat anything bad. And obviously, no matter what your goal is, you're going to be facing bad matchups along the way, so you want a deck that's like able to beat bad matchups if you play good enough. In the first game here as well, I am against a very bad matchup, Mortar being one of Logbait's worst matchups, because Logbait always has a hard time dealing with Mortar, and especially in this one where he has Minor Poison, and you don't really have any good cards for a Minor Poison, so very, very difficult matchup. But as you can see, I'm winning right here, and I'm doing pretty well. So just going to go for a Fire Spirit on the left here just to force out a response, and then going to go for a Mighty Miner to try to catch the Miner. Unfortunately, I don't, but I can go in here with the Princess Barrel because he didn't have the greatest hand. He did a defensive Mortar, but I have a Mighty Miner down, and you see right here I outcycled his Log, so now he doesn't have anything like that's good for this. He doesn't have his Log, doesn't have his E-Spirit, so I'm going to get quite a lot of damage there on the left. And to win this one, basically what you want to do is you just want to have a Mighty Miner down and outcycle their Log, because I do know that he has a poison, so you want to be outcycling his Log, because once he uses his Log, he doesn't have anything, because he doesn't have like the normal Fireball, so he can't Fireball the second Goblin Barrel that I put down and stuff like that. So you want to be using your Mighty Miner to outcycle. You go Mighty Miner Goblin Barrel here, then I'm going to go for Skellies, and then I'm going to get my Log down, and then I'm already back to a Goblin Barrel, and he's only played 1 card since the Log, so he's not even close to being back yet. Yep, he's played 2 cards, and now he's still not back, and yeah, okay, that Skeleton's going in. 1 more hit, yeah, and that's Rocket Range, so that's going to be game. So pretty tough first matchup, but I managed to win by a pretty sizable amount, and this is what I mean with wanting decks that can outplay bad matchups. So yeah, this is the first deck. I definitely recommend playing with it. Alright, the next deck I'm going to be showing here is Goblin Drill Cycle with the Bandit and the Rocket. I'm showing this deck because it's been very strong for the last few months now, and this deck doesn't have champions. Obviously, it doesn't matter that it's a no champion deck, because in the 20-win challenge, you will be able to use like all the selected cards in the thing, so you won't have to worry about having champions unlocked. So you can use all the other champion decks that I'm going to be showing, but I just thought this deck was like the strongest not champion deck in the game, and I feel like it's stronger than some decks that do have the champions as well. So I'm going to be showing this drill deck here. It's very strong, has a good defense and offense, and if you play well, you can beat everything as well. I think every deck I'm going to be showing today... Oh, wait, I need to go for Log. Every deck I'm going to be showing today will be able to beat everything if you play well enough, because I feel like even if like a deck is very strong, like just because it has unbalanced cards, if you can't beat everything, I don't think it's the best deck. I feel like the best decks will be the ones that can beat everything. I'm not going to use Fire Spirit there on that Miner, because if he goes for like a minion horde, it could be kind of tough to defend if I don't have my Fire Spirit, so I'm going to save it for a bit. I'm going to go for a... I mean, I could Fire Spirit the bridge, I guess, because I do have my Rocket, so I guess I should have Fire Spirited the Miner. I think that would have been better, but yeah, Log will clean up those guards, and it will kill the Mortar as well. So, pretty good defense there. If he goes for a Miner Minion Horde, I could Rocket. He doesn't have Miner back yet, but yeah, I should have Fire Spirited the Miner. I would have stopped like maybe like 2-3 hits. That would have been nice. I'm going to go for a Bandit here on this Dark Goblin. He has to react quick if he wants to stop this. Probably go for like a Miner. Okay, nice. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of damage. He didn't get his miner down in time. That was a pretty nice bandit. He had to react very quickly if he wanted to make it die. Go for fire spirit here on the minion horde, then go for skeletons to pull it over, and my bomber will hopefully live. All right, nice. Gonna go for a drill here, and then I'm gonna go for a pre-log. Maybe I could hit his guards. Okay, he went cannon cart, so I'm gonna rock the cannon cart as well. I know I'm being very aggressive, but okay, I finished off the tower actually, but I knew I was gonna either finish off the tower or be very, very close, and I think I'm confident enough in my defense that I can defend. Just gonna cycle my bomber back here, go for a bandit to block, go for a log here, then fire spirit so it doesn't chip onto the bomber in the tower. Then I can go for a second bomber here, and these two bombers are gonna kill the expo. And then if he goes for like a miner minion horde, I can rock it. Okay, that was not the miner I was expecting him to do. Okay, that was not the miner. I'm just gonna cycle a bandit at the back. He's definitely gonna go minion horde with this, so I'm gonna put it like right here so it pulls in the minion horde as well. Then I'm gonna go for a rocket so I can hit everything. I'm gonna go skeletons to block it in place, and then gonna go for fire spirit here just to make sure I don't take any damage. And yeah, that's gonna be game. I don't think this was the greatest matchup either. I usually see the top players lose this matchup with the drill rocket deck because minion horde's pretty hard, but as you can see there, once again, this deck can beat everything if you play well enough, and you should definitely play with this deck in the challenge. Alright, so the next deck I'm going to be showing is Drill with Giant Skeleton and Archer Queen. This deck is very, very strong because the Giant Skeleton's broken, the Archer Queen's broken, Cannon is really good, Drill is really good, Fireball just pairs well with everything, and it's just a very strong deck because all the cards synergize very, very well with each other, and I'm going to be going against a very good player here named Sphinx. This guy plays Expo or E-Giant. I faced him in my last video actually, so kind of funny that I keep facing him. Goes for a rocket there on that queen, but he's going to be pretty low on elixir, so I'm going to go for a fire spirit here and just see what he does. Probably going to skeletons if he has it. Okay, he didn't have it, so he had to just let it go. I'm going to go for a drill here in the corner. He can still activate his king if he does it right, but it's pretty difficult to activate off the corner drill, but he could do it if he does it right. Okay, he messes it up, so that's going to be very good for me. Nice. Gonna go for a log here on this tower just to cycle, and gonna go for, I guess, skeletons. Don't really have anything else to play. Could go for a queen at the bridge as well. He has to knight on this, so I'm gonna pop my ability. Gonna wait just in case he tried to put like something before quickly, like a Tesla or something like that. He had to use his ice wizard as well. That's very good for me. Gonna go for fire spirit here. Then I'm gonna go for a drill in the corner again. So he might be able to activate, but like I can't stop him from activating no matter where I put the drill. So I'm just gonna put it in the hardest spot to activate. Alright, yeah, he activated. That was very, very nice from him. Well played. But I did get a lot of damage from it the last time. He learned from his mistake and was able to activate the king this time. Okay, I didn't think he would rocket that, so that was also well played by him. He's playing well, but I already have a 1000 damage lead, so looking very nice for me. Just gonna split my skeletons once I get enough. Like, once I get enough to defend an expo if he does it. I just want to be safe. And then go for a fire spirit on the right. I'm mainly gonna be playing with my drill and my fire spirit log and queen, basically. Because I can't really cycle giant skelly unless he, like, doesn't have the best cycle. Because it's scary for him to go in when I don't have a giant skelly in hand. I should be alright here. Just gonna go for a cannon because he doesn't have his knight in hand. So I'm gonna log those skellies there. Then I can go for skeletons and get another giant skeleton back. So I wasn't really scared of using my giant skeleton there and him going expo, because I knew I had other stuff to tank for it. Okay, my queen doesn't get a hit, unfortunately. I was hoping it would. Just going to go for a drill fire spirit on the right once I get a bit more. Just want to be safe. Okay, I'm going to go fire spirit here just to tank for a second. Then I'm going to go fireball log on the expo. Go skeletons as well just to block. And I'm going to take a little bit of damage here because, I couldn't get my cannon down in time, but I got way more than him, and he can't keep on going in the right side lane. He has to switch to the left because he can't go in on the right, because if I could fireball log his expo on the lane that I'm already going for, so it'd just be bad for him. That's typically the rule of thumb when you're playing with expo. You want to go opposite lane of your opponent when they have like big spells that can hit the tower, like poison, poison, fireball, stuff like that. I'm gonna go giant scaling on the left just to try to kill the expo. I'm gonna log the knight just to kill it a second earlier and hopefully hit the expo. Okay, yeah, it's gonna die. And I got a queen shot, so this is looking very good for me. Gonna go for skellies here, then go for a giant skeleton. Alright, gonna go for a queen, maybe? Because he could rock it. Okay, no, he just let it go, so I didn't need the queen. Gonna go for a queen here, and then gonna go for cannon to kill the Tesla. The queen's gonna finish off the ice wizard, and I can go in here on the right with the drill. Alright, nice. Just gonna go for a log here to predict the skeletons, and then I have to be careful. I'm pretty low on elixir right now. Gonna go for a cannon here on the Expo because he's busy about defending. Okay, that queen ability was pretty bad. It logged it back at the same time that the knight went back, so it didn't really do anything to the knight, unfortunately. But it was a good cannon on my end, knowing that he was worried about defending, so he couldn't kill the cannon. Gonna fireball the Ice Wizard here just to get my chip damage in. Gonna go for Giant Skelly on the knight. Okay, I'm gonna go for a drill on the right, and then gonna pre-log with it as well, so it kills the skeletons and maybe get a little bit of damage. Okay, nice, it's one hit. Gonna go for Skellies here. Gonna go for a queen, alright, bad queen. I'm going to go for a Giant Skelly here in the middle, and then I'm going to fireball the Expo on the left. I just had to let it lock on there. I couldn't stop it. Going to go for Fire Spirit here on the Knight. I think he's going to let the right side go. I don't think he'll try to defend anymore. Just keep... Okay, he isn't letting it go. Going to go for an Archer Queen here. Okay, that was really good. I'm not going to ability because he might try to... Yup, exactly. If I ability went Skellies there, I would have lost the game. So that was a super well-played prediction on his end. If he predicted that, he would have won the game. Honestly... That was very, very smart to think of that because usually you queen ability and then block the middle while it's invisible. So he tried to predict that I would block it in the middle during the queen ability. And if I actually popped my queen ability there, I would have lost the game. That was very, very smart. Wow. I'm not going to lie. As the Expo player, I would have never thought to do that. Like, I thought that he would do it as the Expo player, but me, myself, being the Expo player, probably would have never predicted that in the middle. That was... The next deck I'm going to be playing here is this Mortar Miner Cycle deck with the Archer Queen in it. This deck is very strong because, once again, you can beat everything, and the Archer Queen is just super strong paired with, like, Miner and Mortar because you can cycle so many Miners on the tower. Like, sometimes in Triple Elixir, you'll even get, like, 2 Miners on their tower at once. It's kind of crazy. And this deck, if you play really well, it has, like, an unbreakable defense. Like, I feel like most decks have, like, a huge weakness. I feel like this deck doesn't really have a big weakness because you have very solid air defense with the Archer Queen, Fireball, Fire Spirit, and the Mortar, and then... Wait, I'm going to Miner here. He doesn't really have any elixir. And then you have very solid ground defense with like the Valkyrie, Skelly's Log. Even defensive Miner is good. You can Mortar on defense. And I think it's very hard to break through. The hardest matchups would probably be like Golem Lightning. Like decks with lightning in them. But even then, you can still like manage because you still have great offense and defense. You can make sure to fireball the pumps, of course, with this deck. It's not like Log Bait where you have to usually ignore the pumps. It's always better to fireball the pumps when you have a fireball deck. But yeah, I definitely do think this is one of the best decks in the game. My friend Pedro, you guys might know who he is. He finished number 10 and 11 last season with this deck. It's just very, very good if you're like a good player. Or even like, I feel like this Mortar deck is a little bit easier to play than the other like Mortar decks, like the Mortar Rocket Cycle deck, for example. It's definitely not as easy as the Mortar Skeleton King decks, but if you're decent at the game, you would definitely be able to pick up this deck and do decently well, in my opinion. Gonna go for Defensive Miner on the Golem here. Gonna go for Valkyrie here. Gonna go Skellies to block the E-Barb shot, and then the Valkyrie should clean everything up along with the Mortar, and then I could get a good Fireball here once the Skelly Drag walks into place. One goes other lane. I could just Fireball this. I'm gonna take almost no damage from that defense, so very, very clean first defense against Golem. I already got the tower as well, which is great. Because I knew that he had no elixir to defend like the Archer Queen if I minored in the back with it to tank. Gonna go for a defensive Mortar here on the E-Drag. Obviously, I'm gonna block it. Okay, never mind. He went Golem at the bridge. That was not it. I was gonna block the E-Drag from the Mortar because I didn't want it to kill it, but that's fine, I guess. Gonna pop the ability so the Lumberjack goes with the Golem and not to the Queen. Gonna Fireball everything just because that was a really valuable Fireball. Gonna log Fire Spirit and then taking a Defensive Miner here so I take no damage. Just to be kind of fancy, I guess. Okay, I finger slip my Mortar. Okay, I guess I'm not being fancy, just finger slip my Mortar. So if he Golems in the corner, it actually won't go to the Mortar, but I can cycle back. It doesn't really matter, and I don't think there's enough time for him to take my tower. I'm gonna Fire Spirit, Skelly's Log, and Miner just to make sure my Mortar takes no damage just for fun. Go for another Mortar, but yeah. This deck can beat Golem, it can beat Lava Hound, it can beat Drill. It counters Drill, it counters Log Bait. Counters Hog if you play very well. It's just a very, very solid deck, and you should definitely play with this. I would say that it's one of the best decks in the game right now. Alright, so the last deck I'm going to be showing here is Mega Knight Ram Rider. Don't really have much to say about this deck, other than the fact that it got buffed 2 times this balance change, and it didn't get nerfed in any way. The Mega Knight got a pretty nice buff, it jumps quicker, and the Ram Rider, it charges quicker, and both of these buffs are very noticeable from playing against like Mega Knight and playing against the Ram Rider. It's definitely very noticeable, and I've actually played against this deck a lot recently, and it's always felt very strong. I'm going to go for a Ram at the bridge here. I don't want to take the Bandit shot, and then Once he puts something on the Ram Rider, I'll lightning it in the pump in the tower. So just get a nice lightning. You're just going to lightning everything here. Get a very nice lightning and some good tower damage. If he goes for E-Barbs on the left with like a heal spirit, I can just go for like E-Spirit to Ghost, and then I could just like Bandit later, maybe even Snowball. I'm going to go E-Spirit here. Going to go for a Ghost. I'm not going to defend perfectly, but I mean, I am going to take some damage, but it's not too bad because I got a lot of damage on the right, and I think this is pretty good for me because I can Mega Knight on everything, and I should be pretty good. The only problem will be the Heal Spirit because I have no way to kill the Heal Spirit. Like, I don't have a bar barrel, a log, arrows, or anything like that, so Heal Spirit's almost always going to jump, but it's fine. Just going to go for an Archer Queen into that Ghost. Pretty nice. I'm going to Mega Knight on the Ghost as well, I think, because I don't really know how he's going to be able to stop it. Because he doesn't have E-Barbs in him. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to go Mega Knight. He just wasted his Bandit as well. That Bandit's also just going to go and die. He should be close to E-Barbs. Okay, that Bandit's also going to die. He can't afford E-Barbs now. Going to go for that. Going to go for my ability here. And then the Archer Queen's going to be healthy. The Bandit's going to be healthy. And that's going to be Tower for sure. Yeah, this deck is so good. Okay, nice. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to try to pop my ability here, then go for an E-Spirit to tank for the tower. Okay, not going to tank for the tower. I thought that would instantly tank for the tower, but I guess not. I'm going to go Ghost here on the pump, and then I think he's going to protect the pump, so I'm going to Prediction Lightning his card. Okay, yeah, I actually hit the Ghost. I don't know why I tried to use a Ghost to defend a pump, because, like, my Ghost is also invisible, but I'll take it, I guess. Alright, he went 3M all in the left lane. I don't know if he misclicked that or what. I'm just going to try to 3-crown him real quick, because I just want the crowns for my pass. Just going to go for a E-Spirit here. I don't want to use my Mega Knight just in case he defends. Going to snowball these away. I'm going to Lightning as well. Okay, I actually missed one, unfortunately. Okay, I could go for a Mega Knight on top of everything just to make sure that I don't get 3-crowned, because I just need one more Lightning to 3-crown him. So, just going to go for a Mega Knight here. Let the Bandit lock, then it will kill everything. Okay, nice. Going to go for a Ghost on this just in case he tries to attack other lane. And then I'm going to go for a Ram Rider just to apply pressures. Okay. I'm going to do it into that anyway. Going to go for an E-Spirit here. I'm going to go for a Snowball just to snowball back the E-Barbs if he can't get them down in time. And okay, wait, he actually goes for the pump. I'm just going to Lightning on the opposite end so he can't block, and that's going to be game. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy, and I hope you guys do the best you can in the 20-win challenge. Hopefully everyone can get 20 wins, and I'll be uploading a video on the 20-win challenge, completing it tomorrow. Bye.